summer with her new series, The Closer. But what I want to know is why she said divorcing her husband, Kevin Bacon, would be fantastic for her career. I don't know what's going on, so let's find out. Please welcome Kyra Sedgwick.
It would never, ever happen.
Did you wear red?
It will never happen. I'm so sorry. I said that.
I know. We need to.
What was I thinking?
We need to uncover that. But first, sorry, clear that up. Because why would divorce? You said right here. I have the quote. I'm convinced that if I divorce tomorrow, my career would skyrocket. That's some quotes. You said that.
You
right
know,
here.
well, skyrocket is a very big word. I should have said that. But you know, I mean, I do think that we are a media-obsessed culture right now, more so than ever. And I think that, you know, being in these magazines, whether it's a good thing happening to you or not a good thing happening to you, I mean, you know, press is not bad, even when it's is always good, even when it's bad or something like that. I don't know. I don't want
Has nothing to do with it.
Okay, thanks.
No, but there is an obsession with
it.
No, but there is an obsession with that in the media.
But I mean, there's a lot. You know, you're in people's minds. Right. You're in those magazines, and unfortunately, that's part of the gig. You know, more unfortunately.
You two are always
sorry
working.
I said it.
More importantly, though, did you wear red for our period segment today? Or
Yes. That's always a good choice when one has it. I love those. You know, but I tell you, I thought that was so great about having you know, treating it as like a wonderful thing.
Absolutely, a
and
celebration.
a passage, because it is.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it is, and I think that, you know, I mean, I was ashamed of my period too.
I still am.
I threw my underwear away. I know this is something that, you know, a lot of people probably don't want to know about, but you know, I mean, it's like, it can be really embarrassing, and I think that the more we can normalize all these things that happen to us in life,
absolutely,
you know, is a good thing.
It is.
Absolutely,
You're right.
Yeah.
There's a puritanism that keeps us quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we mentioned Kevin, and you are a great mom. You've really spent many of the past few years with Travis, your son, who's now 15, and Sozie, is that right?
Sozie, yeah.
Who's 13, raising them. This is the first time that you have left home for an extended period to do a show, and sort of left Kevin in charge.
Yeah.
How is that going?
He's doing great. You know, I think he loves it. I think he's really enjoying it. I mean, we very much have a 50-50. Parenting going on. We've always had that. So, but I think that, you know, in some ways as an actor, you're always waiting for the next job to come along, and being able to say, you know, I can't work for 5 months because my wife is working is kind of a great thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a powerful
But is it weird for you now after all that time at home?
You know, I feel guilt. Yes, that's part of it. But you know, I'm having such an amazing time with this character. She is so
with Brenda.
fantastic. Yeah, Brenda.
Southern accent and everything.
Southern and a tough deputy police chief who's come in to interrogate
Yeah,
her.
but she's also like really, she can be really, you know, gentle and very fragile. I think that, you know, the great thing about the show is that it takes on all these different tones. She can be very funny, and it can be very serious.
And
but we have a clip actually that shows that some of the people that work underneath you are not so thrilled that you are their boss. Take a look at this.
I don't know who you think you are, but we were assigned this case by Captain Taylor.
Well, there's been a change of plans. Look, since you're getting emotional about this, why don't we just...
I don't get emotional. I am damned angry.
Well, thank you for speaking your mind. Look, I hate to pull rank on my very first week, but I think it would be best if you handed your notes over to Sergeant Gabriel here, took a deep breath, and went on back to your car.
Ooh.
Love it.
This character is perfect for you because you're a fighter. And when I was reading that, when you were a kid, 16 maybe, you were in a movie, and a director called you honey, and you turned on him. Tell me what you did. I'm very interested in that.
I just said, don't call me honey.
Just like that,
and
when
he
you were
never
16.
did it again. Yeah, I was 16. I was actually on a soap opera. And I said, don't call me honey. I wasn't used to being spoken to like that. Or it felt very,
demeaning.
And you were
it felt
16?
demeaning, yeah.
That's great for
But he never did it again.
Not to you.
Yeah, you do. Not to me, right, exactly.
You know, and that probably stayed in his mind.
Yeah.
That one woman should be treated with respect.
Definitely.
I like that. Now, I wanted to pick on your character, because one thing about her, she may be a tough cookie, but she's got this little obsession with snack foods. Donuts, cookies, cakes.
Right.
She's always shoveling in her mouth. So she's trying to kick that bad habit. Which one are you trying to kick, Kyra? What bad habit do you want to give up?
Donuts, chocolate bars, all of it. But you know what? I gotta tell you, I mean, who in America as a woman or a man right now does not have an eating issue? I mean, she definitely has an issue with food.
you're right.
And I think that showing that and being honest about it and, you know.
But you have an issue with food?
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
And you love chocolate and yet you posed in a swimsuit for Hampton's magazine.
What was I know?
We have the picture. There you are.
You know what? There's something called touch-up, and there's a lot of it.
There's only so much touch and there's so much
There's a lot of it.
Come on.
Don't believe
No,
what
but
you
I think
see.
you're being honest about it.
I'm telling you.
You're being honest about it. I think a lot of people do have food issues.
I want, you know, for me to do a television show, it's important that like people turn on the television and they see
A real person.
themselves. She's a bad dresser. She's a compulsive eater. She can be really good at her job, and then she can also be really confused and baffled by life. And I want people to see that when they turn on the television.
Real.
Yeah, she's real, and great plots and great story, but really great character. You know.
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Kiss that husband of yours
I
for
will.
me. As
Thank
you know, I
you.
think he's one of the greatest
I
actors.
know, you're so sweet.
And I hope the time goes by quickly for you guys, because I know it's not easy to do the bi-coastal thing. But do come back again, because you're a lot of fun. And you can wear the red dress again, even if we don't have a period segment on. Our thanks to Kyra Sedgwick. The Closer premieres Monday night on TNT. We'll be right back.
Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, then we will remember things we said today.